How's she going, my son, and welcome to Warframe, the Plains of Eidolon. Now, I didn't want to cover this right away when it first came out, because it underwent a couple of iterations before it really finalized. Well, I mean, kind of hard to say anything's finalized in a game like this, but, you know, to the version where they are actually comfortable with it themselves at Digital Extremes. For those who don't know, Plains of Eidolon is an expansion. Actually, well, they call it an update, but I call it an expansion pack straight up, because this adds an entire zone that is an open-world free-roaming zone in a game that's previously been pre-generated maps. So it's interesting. There's there's two new factions to get rep with and stuff from. New system for the operators, and what we're going to be covering today, new boss fight with a giant sentient monster known as the Eidolon, what the plains are named after, or at least the expansion. Alright, now, he only comes out at night, and he kicks up a big racket. So we're going to go topside and see if we can find him. He's usually not too hard to spot. Yep, there he is. He likes to come out of the water. Or did he... Oh, no, there he is. His model hadn't quite loaded in. Now, at first, your Warframe and its weapons are useless. You cannot damage the Terrorist, that big guy over there, without using the powers of your operator. Additionally, these little guys will spawn periodically during the fight, and later on in the fight will also regenerate his shield, which is what the operator needs to punch through before you can actually do proper damage to him. Now, I find it best to aim at what is basically his crotch when I'm doing this part, because the weapon I'm using, the amp that has the alt fire, that's pretty much an opticore, has what I'm assuming is infinite punch through. Uh-oh, add a juice, switch back. So when it's firing at him and hitting his body multiple times, it's going through the shield a lot faster than a single hit. At least it feels like it does. I mean, it's certainly faster than when I was using the... it's a lot faster than when I was using the starter beam weapon you get for the operator, which is literally just a stronger version of their, naked laser beam weapon. A lot of his moves are... Well, actually, pretty much all of his moves are these big telegraphed things. And your operator has Void Mode, where it's both stealth, but it's also invulnerability. But it's used up based on the little circular meter in the bottom right there. So you gotta know when to use it, know when to let it recharge, and get as much damage as you can at the same time. Although that's just jumping it. Oh, crap. Yeah, thankfully, this guy doesn't do a whole lot of damage per hit. It's mostly the fact that... Well, one, he summons these little assholes, who are also immune to weapons on their second phase. Because the first phase can be blown away by weapons, but the second phase is basically a ghost that you have to kill with the operator. One thing I love about this fight is that unlike most big MMO bosses, he never, pays attention to you, strictly speaking. He never gets... you never really aggro the Eidolon. It'll be different when you target him... Oh, shit. Yeah, that blows you away even if you don't take any damage from it. My cat's down. I'm a-coming. Boop. Oh god, ow. Having a judiciously sized inventory does not hurt either. As you can see, the very little blue meter next to his big old yellow meter is almost empty. So we'll be able to start doing some real damage to him in a bit. Hey, my amp leveled up. Sweet. These little guys tend to harass you in operator mode. Because they actually kind of do more damage than the big guy does. Because the big guy's threat is mostly, you know, he's hitting like everything. Due to his massive size and just, I mean, it gets really crazy later when he ends up spamming at you. Like, that's just the start, that big old laser beam there. And I don't know why I fired at it, but I don't know. Testing to see if maybe I could shoot it down, but does not appear to be the case. But yeah, this fight definitely feels a lot more doable for a solo player once you get the first possible custom amp you can make. Feels a lot better. Ow. Oh, shithead. Give me your robot soul. And that's the shield down. Now, it's best to take out his arms first. Best to take his arms out first. While it doesn't disable any of his attacks, if you when you break his limbs, the next time you fight him, they do a random thing. Like, they do like a random extra damage, and the ones from the arms are a bit less painful than the ones from the legs. Because the ones from the legs are just kind of like, he just starts bleeding blue stuff everywhere, and it's literally just damage to stand near. Whereas the ones with the from the arms just shoot little homie shots at you, which aren't too bad. Oh, jeez. Got him. Don't gotta tell me twice. I think this is far enough. Famous last words. Now we're good. Now we good. We good. Damn, pretty close though. Ow. They're shooting me. Oh, what are these guys?
The terrorist retreats, but remains close by.
Now, there's a mechanic you can use where the Grineer have these lures that are designed to eat the little sentients because their guns cannot harm the second form. So they just have this, like, ecto-capture thing, basically. You know, Ghostbusters. You know, the little thing they throw it at the end where it, like, opens up. It was a little box thing they had on the line. Don't remember if it had an actual name. But, if you have one of those running, like, you kill it, but it can be hacked and you control it, you get to basically, hobble the Eidolon, so it doesn't run away. Plus, you get better loot. Only problem is you have to babysit the balloons. And I don't think I can do that solo just yet. Maybe when I have a better operator thing so the fight goes faster. Although, honestly, the one I have is pretty damn good. Oh, there he is. Okay, so you can see the little shots coming off of him now from where I broke open one of his arms. Yeah. Boop. Now, I'd love to know what that green circle is that happens sometimes. Because at first, your void weapon on the operator does not have a status chance. However, once you get this the first possible custom amp you can make, literally just like the first 3 parts you unlock, it gets a status chance. What is it doing? I don't know. And the wiki's no help at the moment. Now, I normally use Wukong for this because he's just literally immortal, but I thought I'd give Chroma a try, since you can make the fight go a lot faster by having his, like, rage mechanic working for you. Meaning, the one where he's got the gimmick where one of his abilities makes him deal more damage when he takes a lot of damage. So, you know, since this thing is constantly shitting damage, one way or another, you can, you know, throw it back at him, basically. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh. Trying to keep the numbers of the little guys down, mostly because they keep shooting you. But the biggest reason being that during this second phase, and for each phase afterwards, they start regenerating his shield sometimes. Meaning I can't damage him again until I break them off. And they do more damage, or they heal the shields faster than you could, like, sneak in damage, so you just have to kill them, basically. Whoops. Ow, ow, ow. What's kind of crazy about this thing? This isn't even, like, the full creature we're dealing with here. What we're fighting is basically just, like, I want to say, like, its CPU, like its operating system, and it's just gathered parts. Uh-oh. It's just like gathered parts to try to put itself back together to keep fighting. Because because it still thinks it's in the old war. And it's just trying to do what the Sentients were trying to do in the first place, and that's wipe out all non-sentients. Although this guy doesn't do a very good job of that, just because he kind of just meanders around when you don't attack him directly. I think a bit of it is, like it's damaged and it can't really remember what it's supposed to properly be doing. So it kind of just defends itself. Something like that. I'm sure there's a lore explanation for it somewhere. Yeah, like, aim for, like, the elbow of the left arm. You know, the one that isn't a tree. Jeez. And you'll hit, like, his elbow, the hip on his left, his crotch, his right hip, and sometimes the other arm as well. Like, ow, ow, ow. It doesn't help when you're knocking off a limb, because that's not where you're supposed to shoot. But I find it pretty good for dealing with getting the shield down. Speaking of, go about getting that other arm off. Damn, that was quick. Holy shit. Alright, I gotta remember to do that in the future. Man, I forget how much damage Chroma can give you. Holy shit. Wow, yeah. I'm starting to see how people can do multiple Eidolons in one night with things like a party that has like a Chroma in it, because holy shit. That was impressive. Plus the way snipers work now is really good for this fight too. Like, I mean, I imagine they did that on purpose. Damn it. Of course, it doesn't help if you can't hit a target worth of shit. There we go. Where'd the other one go? There he is. Now, he's got a big attack at the end. Well, I say attack. It's more like a heal move. But, he goes for a big heal at the end once you've knocked off his knocked away his 4 limbs. And then it's just down to the last part where he can't regenerate shields anymore on his own. And you just have to burn him down. He has a move where he just keeps summoning the little guys, and he just basically eats them and gets life back. So that the final stage takes longer. And, you know, he gives him more time to potentially kill you, I guess. But I'm wondering, does he call dudes from, like, the whole zone? Or does he just, like, or are ones, like, specifically spawned in for him to eat? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he fights the Grenadiers sometimes, too. It's kind of fun. Of course, he kicks their ass because they can't do any damage to him whatsoever. Because, you know, they don't have void damage. Which is officially a damage type now, by the way. Because you can actually see it in your operator's stat screen when you're on your ship. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey. Unfriendly skies. Okay. Oop. Keep shooting him in the dick. Oh. That's the one where he summons pissed off little buddies. They go red and they do more damage. Oh, fuck. Thankfully, when an operator is, air quotes, killed, all you really get is a penalty to the health on your Warframe. Which will eventually kill you, I think. I mean, I've never died often enough to hit, like, you know, maximum hit points minus, you know, minus 100% or anything like that. But ultimately, it will get you killed because of the fact that you have so little life. I mean, it just makes sense. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Get back there. Yeah, he's just talking about the lures. He mentions it every time you get near one, which is kind of annoying, but eh. Better than them not telling you at all, in some way, shape, or form. I love the sounds on this guy. You definitely feel like you're fighting something, like, way too damn big. And, you know, just all the pew-pew laser sounds are pretty cool, too. Ugh. Only thing that sucks about giving him those homing shots out of his arm wounds is they kind of harass your operator quite a bit. I don't know if the operator can be healed by, like, Warframe powers. I know they can heal... They can be healed by the other operator abilities. Like, I have one of them, actually, on this focus spool. Because I picked the Viziring one. Because it's the one that gives you the base health increase until you make it a universal, so I figured, well, have more hit points than 250 is pretty good. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I'd only have like 30 health left if I didn't have the health bonus. Oh, fuck. Switch back to the Warframe. Let the child regenerate in peace. Oh, oh fuck. Actually, I'm gonna do something. Hang on a second. Since we're right near a Grenadier base anyway. I'm gonna get me a balloon.
Next, you attempt to take control of it.
Grenadier, keep me busy for a second. Alright, Mr. Balloon, let's go eat some Eidolons.
Draw energy from bomb ballists. Make use of them.
That's the name of the little guys, by the way. Vombalists. Is the balloon getting them? Where's the balloon? Where's the mother humping balloon? Get your arse. Damn thing's stuck. So much for that plan. Ow. I'm okay. I love that little momentum thing that they keep when you jump out of your Warframe. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, I gotta get back to fighting the big guy, though, because he's just gonna keep making more dudes. That's what he does. Ah, shit. That's okay. And yeah, the hit point penalty also only lasts like 40 seconds, so I mean... you have to be pretty shitty, or like doing it on purpose to get enough max negative health to potentially instantly kill yourself. Might have to try that someday, just to see what happens. Oh, shield down. Time to go dragon on this guy's ass. Or in this case, kneecaps. Now, the terror list has... Oh, well, he's down to one kneecap. But his damage types, or his health types, rather, are robotic, health, and alloy armor. Unfortunately, you can't remove his armor. He's immune to corrosive procs. He's just flat out immune to procs. So you can't corrode his armor off. And you can't... the cats can't remove the armor with their ability either. Their sharp claws or whatever it's called. It's the one where it... Oh, now you show up. Oh, well, I might need you in a bit anyway. And I even tried Shattering Impact, which is the one where melee weapons that have impact damage strip base armor off the target. Didn't work either. So I'm like, you just cannot remove this guy's armor, so you have to attack it instead. So radiation damage is pretty choice against an Eidolon. It's arguably the best thing to throw at him. If you've got a weapon that also does physical, though, Puncture is also what you use, because Puncture does more to robots and to alloy armor. Not a whole lot more, but it's better than using Slash, which is heavily penalized, and it's better than using, Slash and better than using Impact. Although Impact is a decent, like, second choice if you don't have a Puncture weapon for some reason. Or if you just have a really good weapon that's more impact than Puncture. Alright, there he is again. Oh, shit. Overshot the target a little bit. That's okay. Alright. Oh, is he doing the big one? Oh, no, he's not doing one. He's got a move that looks really damn impressive. I think he only does it when he's down to one limb. Like, that green orb. That's clearly the status effect of a void attack. But what does it do? Is it a bullet attractor? Fuck. Get into the Warframe. And the little guys don't have a type of health at all. They just have health, which is really weird. So, like, they resist nothing, they're weak to nothing. They just take straight damage. And then, well, there's the whole gimmick where you can't actually damage them once they're in the ghost mode. Unless you use void damage, which instantly kills them. Or at least does a lot of damage. Ah, fun. Yeah, this starts getting hairy once he starts bleeding everywhere, basically. basically casts Meteo. It's like, the first time I saw this, I nearly crapped my pants, because I was just like, what? Okay, slight exaggeration, but this was pretty goddamn impressive. It was just like, what the hell? Thankfully, again, Operator Void Mode can just eat all the bullets, because it doesn't take damage when it's in Void Mode. Which is really handy. Are there any little ones left, or am I just getting shot at by the body? Oh, there's one. Got him. Are the Grenadiers trying to bomb them? Or they must be fighting something else. Ow. Oh god. Don't stand under an Eidolon. I think he makes like damage ground even when he isn't bleeding on under his feet, so. Plus you're just getting stepped on. Like I've had my cat go down multiple times because he just gets stepped on by the damn thing. And if you're wondering why I bother with the cat even when he can't remove the armor, the cats have really good buffs. The Kavat I'm using at the moment is the Darza. Good for... because he generates a... ouch. Flat 50% critical hit bonus. So it'll make the operator's attack even also have a, like, 58% chance to crit. Because it's not a multiplicative, it's an additive, which is really good. And it also makes the Warframe do a ton more damage, too. Because I already crit a lot of times with the Lanka that I was using to do most of my damage. And when it gets enough crit, it starts doing orange crits. Which are all kinds of broken and awesome. Can I get you to come with me? Come with me. We're gonna go on an adventure. Yeah, because if it's fully charged... Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. None of them have anything to do with this. Oh, boy. If a balloon is fully charged, it can actually hold the Eidolon's limbs. And when you kill the Eidolon, well, it's actually implied you're capturing it instead, you get better loot. You get... well, you get the thing you need to make universal focus tree changes. Which I so don't have enough points for anyway, but I mean, might as well get them. Plus, I heard you can turn them in for focus points. So, like, why not, right? Oh man, he's kicking the shit out of the balloon. Because he's just got the incidental damage. Is that healing it? I don't think that's healing it. Nope. Oh, well. Yeah, I think you need people. You need other humans helping you to, that, or you have to be a Warframe that can support them itself, like, oh shit. Magnetic water. Yeah, he magnetizes the water at night for some reason. Not entirely sure why, and or how. But, yeah. Kinda sucks. Oh, jeez. Ow. Frickin' hell. Yeah, you kind of lose your window for not taking damage in this fight once you get to the point where he's... Okay. Gotta get the other kneecap. Did they restore his... Oh. That's the little assholes restoring his shields. Ow. Get back, please. Oh, fuck. Yeah, unfortunately, the operator does take fall damage. Which is kind of shitty. Ah, fuck. That's okay. That's only the first time. I usually take like 2 or 3 deaths on these things so far. Just not had a... It's a hairy fight. I imagine once your operator is better, this fight gets a lot easier too. And actually, a cool thing is that one of the things that you level your operator with, the reputation that's tied to killing these guys. You technically don't need to kill one to level it up, because each time you break a limb off, it drops a thing that you need for rep. So you can just, you know... Oh shit. Shit. Come on, okay. No, don't go in the water, you fucker. Come on. Good blocking your kneecap with your arm, you son of a bitch. Rawr. Oh, fuck. He got away. God damn it. Man, I wanted to show you guys him getting, you know, fucked. For lack of a more articulate term. Damn it. Grr. Alright, well, that is the fight. And, I think I will splice on another fight of it onto this video. Aw, that always makes me smile. Shooting one of those ships down in one bullet. It just looks so impressive. Yeah, I think I'll grab... Unfortunately, due to the way the planes of Eidolon work, I literally can't start recording more footage for this for another 2 hours. Because it works on a real-world clock cycle. Admittedly, thank Christ, a very quick one. It does make fighting the Eidolon a bit annoying because you are on a hard timer. But it does also, you know, mean you can get to fighting them again really quickly. And it's also just good for people in different time zones and stuff, because it's like, you know, how shitty would it be if, you know, since this game's based in Canada, if it was based on Canadian time, and, like, every time you got to play it and you were, like, in Europe or something, or Japan or whatever, you know, it was always daytime. You would never get to fight an Eidolon, because, you know, you'd be like, well, shit, I can't play this when I'm supposed to be sleeping. Well, I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to. But it would be better if, you know, during the times that are prime time for you, there is some time to do, you know, there is some time to actually do an Eidolon fight or two. Oh, speaking of, though, double check the... Yeah, okay, I got the three bits from the no ones I knocked off, so... Not a total bust. Oh, I spent way too much time shooting those down in this. It's too much fun, though. It's just... Only thing that disappoints me slightly about it is you don't get experience for the dudes that are on the ship. That just get incidentally killed while, you know, you gun their ship down. Oh, well. But anyway, actually, I think I'll make this a single video. Yeah, I'll make this a single video. This will be round 1. I'll get them next time.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Well, that's debatable, Lotus, but, I mean, better than a complete failure, I suppose. But anyway, Plains of Eidolon. Hunting said Eidolon. We almost got him. He, went invulnerable, unfortunately. Right at the end there. But, we'll get him next time. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and ciao for now.